What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to do a quick review of this electric heated blanket here by BOMOVA. In this video, I'm going to explain everything you need to know about the heated blanket, including the one important thing I think everyone should know before actually buying it. All right, so the blanket itself, we've been using it here for a pretty short time, but definitely like it for what it says that it does. It definitely does a good job. It has adjustable heat and time settings. So I'll show you by the end of this video. I'll actually show you this controller here plugged in and working and everything. But it has 10 levels of temperature control settings, so 86 degrees to 113 degrees Fahrenheit. I usually keep it at around kind of mid-90s when using it. My wife gets a little bit warmer with it. It also has auto off times. You can go from 1 hour all the way up to 8 hours, which is nice too, because if you're taking a nap or sleeping at night, you know, you can turn it on or off depending on exactly what you want. That feature actually brings about one important point here. So I really like that they have the auto off feature because, you know, if you're, for whatever reason, we've all done it, right? You're laying there taking a nap or something, you get done and then you leave the room and just kind of leave the blanket there. You wouldn't want to necessarily let that thing just sit and heat up everything around it. So the auto off feature, I'm definitely a fan of, and it does work. It works pretty well. We've basically tested it out ourselves and have had no qualms about it. It works right on the dot. In terms of the material, this is super comfortable, you guys. It's basically a Sherpa. I could tell you just kind of grabbing this thing and doing this feels nice. It's just a nice, comfortable little blanket that we have here. And also, I just want to kind of address, so I don't know how well you can see this in the video, but if you can see this little indentation here, right? So that indentation is where the wire is throughout. I know with some blankets, like it's a really thick wire that you get. This one, you can feel it, but barely. I mean, you really can't feel it very much that the wire is inside of there. I think it's a really flexible material, however they did it. And I really, really like it for that reason because, you know, sometimes it's just uncomfortable. You get these big bulky wires on the inside and it's not really comfortable. That's not the case here. One other thing that's really cool about this is machine washable. Obviously, you'd want to unplug it when you're doing the wash, but this is machine washable, which is nice. We did through the wash once to make sure that it will still work afterwards, and we had no problems with it. So it is machine washable, which is definitely beneficial in case you get it dirty somehow, which obviously that happens as well. So with this one, I chose to get the smaller size. This comes all the way in twin and queen sizes. I chose to get the smaller size here of the blanket because we don't use this on our bed, to be clear. We actually use this on the couch. And this particular cord length right here, right here, is about just over 3 feet. So 3.1 feet for this one. And obviously you would go over to here, and when you want to use it, you plug it in, and then you can use the controller to do what you need to do. And I'll show you that here in a second. But the cord, yeah, it's long enough. It gets the job done. And that's obviously on the bottom of the blanket. Now, before I get into the demo, one important thing that I do want to mention. So this is 3 feet with this version of it. With a smaller blanket, it's 3 feet. With the twin and queen sizes, it goes all the way up to about 8 feet of power cable. I wish they would have made this cable. I think this is the important thing to know before you buy it here, is that I wish that they would have made this cable a little bit longer for this model, just because 3 feet really isn't all that much. And it's something that, you know, I wish they would have made a little bit longer for this version. So now you know a little bit more about the blanket here. Let me go ahead and plug this in to show you how this works. All right, guys, so you can see here I've got this plugged in here. And basically this is low, so this is kind of the temperature setting on this side. Low all the way up to high, right? Those are all the different levels. And then right here is the auto shut off. So it goes from 1 hour, 2 hour, 4, 6, and 8 hour. So you can kind of set that up. And that's pretty much it. I mean, there's really not much else to it. Obviously the on-off switch, you set it to what you want, and then you just enjoy it. So guys, that's pretty much it for me. I'm just going to enjoy this thing myself. Highly recommend, if you don't have one, that you get one. Super comfortable, and yeah, feels really, really warm and cozy.